Hi, my name is Elise Robertson, and the title of my experiment is The Effective Temperature on Magnetic Strength. When I started off doing this experiment, the question I had was, does temperature affect magnetic strength? My hypothesis was that I believed that if a magnet is cold, it will attract more than a magnet that is warmed or heated, because usually when a magnet is on the warmer side of a refrigerator, it usually falls off or doesn't stick well. When a magnet is on the cold side of the refrigerator, it usually sticks well and doesn't fall off. The materials needed for this experiment were 250 paper clips, 45 magnets, 2 wooden cooking spoons, 1 hot plate, 1 freezer, 3 paper plates, and 1 timer. To do this experiment, you need to follow these 18 procedures. First, you need to collect the materials listed above and put 15 magnets on a paper plate. Next, you place the plate in the freezer and you repeat step 2. Then you put the plate in a dry place that is room temperature, and you put 15 magnets in a hot plate. Then you turn the hot plate on to medium, which on the hot plate I used was about 350 degrees. Next, you set a timer for 15 minutes. When the timer goes off, you take out 1 magnet and you repeat step 9 with the frozen magnet, and you repeat step 9 with the room temperature magnet. Next, you place the magnets in the paper clip box and you put the magnet on the plate. When you're doing this with the heated magnets, you need to be careful so you don't burn your hands, and you should probably use the wooden spoons to pick up the magnets out of the hot plate, out of the paper clip box, and onto the paper plate so you don't burn your hands. Next, you record the data and you repeat steps 12 through 15 with the room temperature magnet, and you repeat steps 12 through 15 with the cold magnet. Then you compare the data. In the experiment I did this time, the range was 43. The most it picked up was 15 magnets, and the least it picked up was 7 magnets. The most was achieved by the cold magnets at 50, and the least was achieved by the room temperature magnets and the heated magnets at 7. When I did this experiment, the heated magnets had a total of 181 magnets, paper clips picked up. The cooled magnets had a total of 478 paper clips picked up, and the room temperature magnets had a total of 281 magnets picked up. The data shows that the paper clips picked up by the heated magnets were the least. The paper clips picked up by the room temperature magnets were in the middle, or in between, and average. And the cooled magnets picked up the most paper clips every time. In the end, my results were that frozen magnets have an increased strength, room temperature magnets have an average strength, and heated magnets have a reduced strength. My conclusion was that if temperature does affect magnetic strength, it was found that frozen magnets have an increased strength, which caused them to pick up the most paper clips. Room temperature magnets have an average strength, which caused them to be in the middle, and heating magnets have a reduced strength. The next time somebody does this experiment, it's recommended that you do this in an open space where the air can circulate, because the heated magnets give off a fume, and the fume causes people to get headaches, so it should be done in a room that has circulation, that has open windows, or a large room. The heated magnets should also be done to a minimum of 350 degrees Fahrenheit.